Okay, we all have to admit, you only clicked onto this video because either A, that you're broke, B, that you don't have a PC, or C, you're too dumb to learn something like Unity. So we're going to be going over the best game engines for free for mobile. Castle Make and Play is probably one of the most advanced game engines I have on this list. It takes an aspect from a game like Scratch and then changes it to something that can fit for a more bigger title like the Go. There are three main things you can do in Castle. You can play games, you can create games, and you can explore for games. At the creating aspect of Castle, you could say it's pretty beginner friendly, but at the same time you might have to know a little bit of scripting logic. Castle makes you use tags in their objects to make it easier to find them. Castle's variable system isn't as beginner friendly as many other game developing platforms such as Scratch. So I'd rate it a solid 8.5 out of 10, only because there are some better ones on this list, such as Editor is more like a Roblox kind of game. There are over 10,000 games on Julian's Editor and counting. Finding games is just as easy as finding games in Castle, but a little bit easier as the algorithm is a little bit better. As well as playing games, you can donate to players. Don't ask me why they named it to live, like I don't even know myself. You can also follow players and you can chat with them using the direct messaging platform. There's also currency that you can use to donate players and to buy game passes. There's also an asset store and avatars where you can spend the currency to buy like stuff for your avatar. You can also make posts and share your mind with the community. I would rate this a solid 10 out of 10 as the community is really friendly. It is a really large platform and there are tons of tutorials to help you out if you don't have the script. I'm not really a pocket code veteran, but I know a tiny bit of pocket code. For what I perceive it as, it's probably just Scratch, but for mobile. And the community is kind of outdated in my opinion. The scripting is quite easy, but at the same time, it's literally just copying Scratch and adding some extra stuff. The photo editor and the drawing platform is probably the best part of it because it is quite more advanced than many others. There is a lack of colors though in my opinion, and many of the community isn't even that active. It has its built-in microphone, which is also quite similar to Scratch, but the game file is meant to be for Android, so if you know how to, you can export the game to APK and upload it to the App Store. It probably deserves a rating of 6 out of 10, only because the community isn't as active anymore. If you just want to make a simple Scratch game, this app is for you. Hopscotch. To the simplicity of a game like Scratch Junior and hid it behind a massive paywall. The code is quite similar to Pocket Code, just a little bit more polished for iPhones. Originally, it was won by Shark Tank, and the popularity grew since then. There's really not much to Hopscotch. It's just really similar to Scratch, but iPhone 5. I'm gonna rate Hopscotch a 5 out of 10, just because of the paywall. All of the game engines are unique in their own simple way. But if I had to decide, my favorite one is probably Julian's Editor, only because how flexible it is to learn.